Catherine, it's nice to have you here, and we're going to talk about a topic that's very near and dear to my heart. And we've heard that some people, would rather start a meal, eat dessert first, if you will. I kind of fall into that category. I love sweets, I love desserts, I love to cook all kinds of sweets and desserts. But is it true that we learn that taste of sweetness as a baby? And if maybe we weren't given sugar to start with, maybe we wouldn't be craving it all the time?
Well, I think that is true that we do learn it as a baby. But, let's face it, you're a woman and most women like to eat sugar. Now, personally, I'm actually not opposed to eating sugar. And I'm a woman and I like to eat sugar as well. I think the real thing that bothers people is when they can't stop overeating it.
So, overeating, that's kind of everything in moderation.
Exactly,
we know that.
Everything in moderation. So I've come up with a program that helps people overcome sugar cravings. Because the main thing is you just want to be in control of your sugar cravings.
And you call this the 4S and P program.
Right. So there's 4 S's and 1 P. And I like to make things simple so that everybody learns this. So the first thing to do when you're trying to overcome your sugar cravings and to regain control is to get more sleep. Now, the more sleep you get, the healthier your metabolic will be, healthier your metabolic rate will be, and the better your insulin will work. In fact, what you can find is you can make yourself insulin resistant simply by not getting enough sleep. So I want all my clients to do their best to be in bed by 10 o'clock at night and to sleep as long as possible, and hopefully to get a total of 10 hours of rest per day, including sleep, meditation, napping, and gentle resting activities throughout the day.
Just relaxing the mind and body can also be counted toward our 10 hours.
Yeah, but when you're trying to overcome cravings, getting more sleep is really, really helpful. Now, the second thing that I recommend people to do is to get sunlight. And sunlight will help.
I agree.
Sunlight, huge. Okay, now the reason that we need sunlight is that we're like plants in that your brain needs sunlight directly on your eyes in order to make melatonin. And melatonin is the hormone that helps you sleep. Now, many of my clients, when they first come to me, are extremely out of balance with their sleeping, with their eating, and with their cravings. And the simplest thing to do to help reset your circadian rhythms if you're not sleeping is to get outside and get more sunlight. And actually, believe it or not wear sunglasses. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to stare directly at the sun. It just means being outside in the sunlight, whether you're walking in the sun or even just sitting in the sun. Now, the third of my S's is actually supplement. And there are different supplements that are helpful for people with sugar cravings. One thing that I frequently do in my office is I'll do a zinc test. Because if you're severely zinc deficient, then you're going to have really out of control sugar cravings.
Now, how do we get zinc normally? What types of foods?
Okay, very good question. Shellfish, sunflower seeds.
I'm already thinking I may be zinc deficient.
Yeah, and a simple way to see if you're zinc deficient is to actually look at your fingernails. And if you have little white flecks, then you may be zinc deficient. But there's another supplement that I recommend that people do, and this is a real simple formula that they can mix together with things they get at the health food store. And there's 3 ingredients. And the ingredients are liquid chlorophyll, fenugreek seeds, and flax seeds. And what you do is you get 1 tablespoon of liquid chlorophyll, which comes in a glass bottle from the health food store, flax seed, 1 tablespoon.
Does that need to be granulated or leave it whole, or do
That's
you
a
put it in a
good question.
juicer or something?
Different people respond differently to flaxseed, and some people do better with ground flaxseed. Some people are okay with whole flaxseed. And then fenugreek seed is very, very helpful for getting your insulin working better. And I've had clients with absolutely out of control cravings, and they came into my office with prescription appetite suppressants from their doctor. And I got them to make this cocktail, a tablespoon of fenugreek, chlorophyll, and flaxseed.
Tablespoon of each. Then do you add anything with it?
Yes, you can add some water to it, mix it together first thing in the morning and get it down. and it will absolutely do away with all your sugar cravings.
It's a shame they don't name these things something that sounds more appetizing, isn't it?
And there you go. And the fourth S in my program is skinny meals, because the more frequently you eat small amounts, the more balanced your blood sugar will be. So I'm always joking the key to life is balanced blood sugar. So you're eating small amounts frequently. If you're eating really healthy whole foods every 2 or 3 hours, that's going to help keep your insulin more balanced. And insulin is the hunger hormone, so the more out of control your insulin is, the more hungry you will be. Exactly. But if you're eating small amounts frequently, and make sure that at your skinny meals you're getting protein at every meal, then you're going to be in good shape.
And you say eat about every, what is it, 2 to 3 hours,
Yes.
and have like 5 small skinny meals a day rather than the 3 that most of us do.
Exactly. And then the last part of this 4S&P program is protein. And I tell all my clients, believe it or not, when you get enough protein in your diet, you won't crave sugar. And no one believes me until they get enough protein. And so of course you want to start your day with protein in your breakfast, especially for my women clients. I just gave a lecture to a women's group, and I asked everybody to tell me what they were eating for breakfast, and no one was getting enough protein. Almost universal.
What would you suggest as some good choices for breakfast protein?
Well, I'll give you a hint, okay? And this hint came from Charles Poliquin, who is an Olympic strength coach. So when he has to strip fat off of his athletes, what he does is he says pick 4 meats, say salmon, chicken, buffalo, and pork, something different. And then take 4 nuts, walnuts, almonds, pecans, and cashews. And every morning get up and have one of the meats and one of the nuts, and that's going to keep your blood sugar incredibly balanced throughout the day. So if you do that little cocktail that we talked about, but going back and have protein first thing in the morning. But the other piece to understand is that the first 40 grams of protein you eat every day goes to rebuild your immune system. And if you're not rebuilding your immune system, you're not making your neurotransmitters in order to think clearly, to study well in school, to be happy, and overcome anxiety and depression.
That's the first 40 grams?
Yes. And so I tell all my clients I want them to get 40 grams of protein before lunch. Now, 1 egg is only 7 grams of protein. Okay, so,
What about a strip of bacon, turkey bacon, for instance?
I think that really varies. But again, if you have like a high protein breakfast and then even a snack before lunch, then you might be, on your way to getting enough protein.
So how much protein all day long should we get if you want us to get 40 grams before lunch?
That is a really good question. And of course, how much protein you need really depends on your activity level and whether you're a man or a woman. Okay, so experts vary between 60 to 120 grams of protein, even for a woman. Okay, depending on your activity level.
Okay, so the formula is 4S and P, that's sleep, sunshine, supplement, skinny meals, and protein. Well, you do break it down where it's a lot simpler for us, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Catherine.
Thank you.